This is Rohan. He's about to go on 5 blind dates at the same time.
Hey, my name is Rohan. I am 6'1" and I'm a pharmacist and I'm from Washington D.C.
Each round, Rohan and his dates get to ask a series of questions to get to know each other.
And I'll make your ears bleed and you can make my ears bleed.
At the end of each round, Rohan has to eliminate one person.
My brain is like scrambled egg right now.
Last person standing gets to go on a one-on-one date with him.
I was in a 5-year relationship. It ended with me kind of figuring out that, I wanted to take the next chapter to work on myself and grow. And that came along with my move to DC, getting my own place and kind of, just growing up a little bit. But right now, I'm just enjoying my time, trying to meet new people. And if I find the right one, I'm definitely open to, settling down. My parents definitely want me to settle down. I'm not trying to rush into anything, but...
Morning started off interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard you order a tequila water.
I did, yeah.
Bold choice. What's your comfort meal?
There's this meal that I've had since like middle school, high school. It's basically mashed potatoes, chicken tenders, and corn. It's like that KFC bowl.
Yeah.
I love that. So
nice,
it's super, yeah.
Gives me middle school lunch cafeteria vibes.
Exactly. What about you?
Ramen. I love ramen. At least in the winter. Summer, it's got to be tacos, but love ramen whenever it's cold outside.
I'm going to just completely flip the script here. Have you ever been cheated on?
No, I haven't. I've only been in one relationship, and it was 6 months, so not super long, and there was no cheating. So,
okay. Yeah, I've never been cheated on, at least to my knowledge, but I don't think I've ever been cheated on either.
Yeah, who's to know, right?
Yeah.
Some secrets go with us. Hi, I'm Lakshmi. I'm 29 years old. I am a software dev manager and a comedian in New York City. In the last 6 months, I would say I've been on maybe on average 2 to 3 dates a month. Keeping it lighter, I feel like when I first moved to the city, I was young and bright and fresh, so I was going on maybe 1 to 2 a week, and that turned into 2 to 3 a month. I don't think I've been past a 3rd date in 2 years with anyone.
What's been your dating experience in New York?
A little abysmal, I would say.
Abysmal?
I haven't quite honestly been on too many dates here. I also hear a lot of stories from my friends, and that kind of deters me from talking to men. It's really easy to meet people in New York City, I think, especially if you go to events and you're talking to people. And in that sense, I've gotten to know a lot of people, but I haven't been on a lot of dates. After my last situationship, I've just been doing everything for the plot. Because if you're not gonna be
Yo, girls are scheming, man. You guys got the group chat. As soon as you go on a date, you're sending out the pictures. Like, what do you think about this guy? That. So
you just gotta do your research. I feel like it's one girl could go on a date with a guy and absolutely hate it, and then the next girl could love it. So
yeah.
Dating life, I wouldn't even say I'm in a dating life right now. Within New York City specifically, I find it's very easy to meet people organically. I'm not on dating apps. Not the best way to meet people just because you'd have to go outside. Sometimes I'm just inside my house all the time.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's good.
How's your seat? Comfy?
I guess so, yeah. How's yours?
It's good. So you're from Long Island City, you said?
No, Long Island.
Long Island, okay.
Yeah.
Do you live in the city now?
I don't. I moved back home.
Okay.
So I went to school upstate, and I stayed there for an extra year when I graduated. But yeah, no, now I'm moved back home. I'm trying to move out to a city this summer, though. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the best roommates, mom and dad. You can't, mom and dad are the best roommates.
Of course. Hi, I'm Bahar. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a commercial credit analyst from Long Island, New York. Physical traits, I look for an ideal partner. I'm not always super picky about height. I'm more so okay, if you're at least 5'9", that's fine with me. I like guys with beards.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
I am pretty good.
My name is Sheil, I'm 24. I used to be a software engineer, and now I'm a full-time fashion designer.
Interesting, okay.
Yes.
So software engineer to fashion designer, you said?
Yes, it's a very classic pipeline.
What made you do that?
I've always been an artist and a more creative person. I wouldn't say tech was my passion or fashion was my passion. So I just kind of fell into fashion after not wanting to be in tech, but now I enjoy it a lot. Now I'm doing what I love. I think I'm like a reformed, hopeless romantic. I used to be very much looking for my person, I think from 18 to 22. I just realized all of that time and effort is best spent kind of putting it into myself. And then the right person I think will probably come later on. Because right now it's kind of I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but a shit show between situationships and the dating apps. It's very time consuming, and the effort doesn't really pay off.
I'm someone who has a very simple taste in my fashion choices. My wardrobe, maybe this is probably true of every guy, but I feel like I have 4 outfits that I look good in, I just rotate those.
Okay.
So I would like to say that my style is just very smart casual, very relaxed, kind of, but timeless almost, you know? I like to just do like monochromatic kind of things and kind of experiment with accessories, but I would love to be, I feel like as a date, what would be really fun would be to go to a store and have you kind of pick out an outfit for me or...
Wait, that's my ideal. Okay, yeah. Little makeover?
Yeah, for sure. And I'll be your canvas, you know? You can kind of show me what you're thinking and like bring that to life, you know? I think that'd be a lot of fun.
My muse. And then we can do a jam session in the car on the way there.
And I'll make your ears bleed and you can make my ears bleed.
I feel great. Still think I made the right decision. Karan seems like a great guy. We had a really good conversation. He texted me afterwards. I don't like to be put on the spot and disqualifying people, and you know. So I think I actually prefer it this way. I'm one of the many.
Zara, what's your background? That's an interesting name.
Indian.
Indian, okay.
Is that shocking? Aren't we all Indian here?
I mean, South Asian could be Pakistani, could be Indian.
Is it? Yeah.
Could be anything, right? Yeah. But
Where are you from?
I'm also Indian, yeah. I was actually born in India and I moved here when I was 5, so it was an interesting experience being a little immigrant kid coming here, knowing very little English, mispronouncing everything, saying Virginia instead of Virginia, saying vanilla instead of vanilla and stuff like that. But you know, they make you learn quick when you're young. Kids are mean, right? So
they do. Yeah, I have not kind of a similar situation. I was born in Connecticut and then we moved to the UK. So I was in London for about 8 years. And I moved back here when I was 8 with a British accent.
All right, I think from now on, the rest of the conversation, you have to speak in a British accent. If you do,
I'm telling you right now, I can't do it. I used to have one, and I cannot even fake one. It's awful.
Come on now. For real.
No, that's better than mine.
All right, I'll take one here. What's the craziest thing on your bucket list?
I wouldn't say it's crazy so much. It's more of just kind of roping in travel with my passion. I play beach volleyball, so I want to kind of visit all the famous beaches in the world and play beach volleyball on every single beach.
Where's the coolest place you've played so far?
I was in Rio de Janeiro last month for about a month.
That's really cool.
What about you? What's on your bucket list?
I wouldn't say craziest, but the hardest one I think is I want to write a book one day. I think the story of my parents' lives could translate well to a book.
Do you have a title for your book?
Not yet, but I feel like the title comes last, you know, once you've written it all.
I'm gonna flip the script. I want you to come up with a title right now.
Oh man. If it was a book about my parents, I would call it Golden Cage.
I liked her voice. It was a little sultry, a little deep. It was like mysterious almost. It's like I love that she's a stand-up comedian by night and a software engineer by day. I think that's really diametrically opposed kind of occupation. So do you date brown boys like mostly, or?
Unfortunately, I'm very attracted to brown men.
So do you have a type that you don't look after? Beard has to connect. They need to be 6 foot, 6 figures, this and that. So like, how much of importance does that weigh for you?
I like guys who look like fuckboys but aren't. They're genuine souls.
So we're talking about like the full beard, like a fade, the earrings.
Yeah, pretty much, which is maybe why it hasn't worked out in the past. Well, I only moved here last year, but I feel like Rutgers is the north of UTD equivalent, essentially. And a lot of like that UTD brown types is like my type. But what about you? What's your type?
I would say my type physically is someone who's tall, attractive, intelligent, athletic. I'm very athletic myself, and I like to do a lot of outdoor activities. So I think it's important that I share that with someone. I play beach volleyball, and I compete at a semi-pro kind of level. So
I do a lot of dance too.
Okay, what kind of dance?
A mix of like hip hop, Bollywood, Afro.
If I said country swing dance, how do you feel about that?
I did that in Austin like 2 weeks ago, actually.
Really?
We kind of made it up, like, you know, did the gritty, like swung around, did some crazy stuff. But like, I wouldn't say I have learned it before, but I would absolutely
enjoy it though?
Yeah, of course. I'm from Texas, yeah.
Some of it was interesting. It's cool that she has some passion. She's active, athletic. It was interesting when the comments she made about the fuckboy, her type and all that. I would like to say I'm a reformed fuckboy.
I am a hopeless romantic. I feel like I've been in 2 relationships. When I was in college, I didn't have the chance to explore just dating. I was always in a relationship girly. Broke up with my ex like this past summer, and I've been exploring dating now. I'm 23, so I feel like maybe I'm a little bit late in the game.
Like, did you break his heart or did he break your heart?
I don't want to say I broke his heart. I just grew apart from him. My last relationship was For about 2.5 years. I met him in college, not Indian. In the back of my head, I always like pictured myself being with someone from my own culture, and that's who I saw I would like end up with.
I'm gonna guess that you're probably a first-generation immigrant.
I am.
Yeah, so I think we're in a unique position where we're trying to figure out like what our culture means to us, how do we date, how do we navigate that dynamic. So I totally get that. My ex was also not from my culture, so it's interesting because you can introduce them to a lot of what you're about, what you stand for, your culture, and all those things. But it's a sense of like having to teach them, and they won't fully get that. So you know how there's like for models, like there's very typically an aesthetic of like you have to be tall and you have to have like limb proportions, your face, this and that. Do you subscribe to that, or like how do you work with what you've got for fashion?
I think that's an outdated concept of models. I think like 90s and 2000s, it was very much like tall, skinny people are models, and now we're seeing a lot of diversity, which is really fun because like my personal brand, I want it to be for kind of like all women.
So in your dating life, do you have a height requirement? Is that a thing for you? How tall are you?
I'm 5'9", so I definitely prefer a taller man. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, that's great.
Depending on how much I
That's taller
sleep.
than me. Oh my God, you can be my model.
Yes.
Do you know how to walk?
No, but you could teach me.
I can teach you.
I
feel like you know how to walk.
She went from her tech background to switching full-time into fashion. I think that says a lot about someone to take that leap of faith and trust in themselves and follow their passion. So that was very attractive to me. She's also tall, 5'9". That was the first person I asked what their height was. Kind of came up naturally. So how do you feel about social media? Do you think your significant other, like, they should be posting you on social media, soft launch, hard launch, and all those kinds of things? Or like, what's your general take on social media?
I don't really care.
Okay. Yeah.
You can if you want to. If you don't want to, I'm not going to force you. But if it's somebody who is posting a lot in general, then maybe I think it's dependent on the person and the relationship.
I feel like I've had some friends in my life where they are always in relationships, they're always posting, and then they're always breaking up, and then it's just like it's this revolving door of relationships and people. I'm like, where did that guy go? Where did that girl go? You know?
Right.
So it's just like it's
they're always with somebody new, or always looks like that. I probably wouldn't unless I'm in like a really serious relationship.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not going to be like, oh, this guy just asked me to be his girlfriend. Here's a picture of him.
Right.
Do you know what you're looking for?
Yeah, I'd say I'm looking for a relationship with the right person.
Yeah.
But again, you can't force that.
Do you have pets?
I don't have any pets, but it's only because I live in a studio and I do not want to subjugate an animal to such a small space.
Well, I also live in a studio, and I did subject my
fine,
dog
that's
to a
fine.
small space.
I mean,
He
here
loves
in
it
New
though.
York-
He just likes to be in my lap anyways, so
Okay.
he doesn't need anything.
I enjoyed all 5 conversations. I think my pecking order, my list so far would still be like Lakshmi and Sheil at the top. And then between Soumya and Zara, I'd maybe put, like they're tied. It's hard to kind of decipher.
Do you want to talk to anyone before making a decision?
Soumya and Bahar. Soumya and Bahar, I think you guys are both really cool people. It's been great getting the chance to know both of you. I wish we could have more time because I'd love to speak to you both more. Soumya, I think it's cool that you came from Texas. You made a big shift. You're in New York City, pursuing your dreams and kind of doing the whole thing. And Bahar, I think you're looking for the next step as well. You're getting ready to have a big change in your life. It's cool to see you guys both chase your passions and what you want in life. For me, I think I'm looking for someone who's a little bit more ahead in that part or in that aspect. I'll have to eliminate Bahar.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, you're tall and short.
23 is a little young for me. She just sounded young, like really young. Her voice sounded young and like she still had some like innocence and like naivete almost to it.
So I do think this was a really great opportunity. It was amazing with all the people that I've met, and I feel like I have like a new group of friends, which is really exciting. And I also just feel like I'm in my era of trying new things and pushing myself and stepping out of my comfort zone, which I've never really done before. So like, this is really exciting to like be a part of this.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Bring it in. Lakshmi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again.
How you feeling?
Good. How are you feeling?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's like your first impression of me?
Yeah.
Like physically and like what based off of with the curtain and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah,
do I look like what I sounded like, or did you have like a image in your head of what I was supposed to look like?
I didn't have like an image in my head,
Yeah.
but I do think you are handsome and good looking, and
Thank you.
it's good to have the curtain down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have a really nice smile, and I like
you.
that you're not afraid to make eye contact. The eyes tell a lot about a person, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
How did you get into comedy, and what are some of your inspirations of comedy?
When I first moved to New York like 3 years ago, I was just looking for stuff to do, wanting to find ways to make friends, meet people, so I decided to do stand-up comedy classes. I feel like I'm someone who dabbles a lot in a lot of different things, but then I started going to open mics and taking that 5 and building on it, and people I met through these mics were like, you're good, you should keep going. And started getting booked on shows, and then it ended up becoming bigger and bigger, and now I've done around 170 shows.
Holy shit.
I met this guy who I felt really connected with, really hit it off, was very attractive. We went on 3 dates pretty quickly, and after the 3rd date, he was planning on going on a trip on his own. Then he asked if I wanted to join for part of it. And you'd think that would be something like a weekend or a long 4-day weekend trip or something. I signed up for 2 weeks in Utah on a hiking trip with this guy. Pretty quickly into the trip, his true colors started coming out, and he started lashing out a little, a lot of emotional manipulation, a little bit of bullying, if you will. It definitely taught me to wait maybe at least 3 months before going on a trip with someone.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I like the fit.
Oh my God, thank you. I
Tripped out?
designed it.
Bring it in. How
I
are
like
you?
your earrings.
Thank
I'm
you.
Good.
I have some questions that I do want to ask you.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so let's dive into it.
All right.
Are you friends with any of your exes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think you can be friends with an ex afterwards?
I think so. I think the reason why it worked is because me and my ex were friends before we dated.
Okay.
So we just kind of went back to that dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I used to always think that wasn't possible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in what sense? Like, how friendly are you? Like, are you like texting all the time, or
No, I think
hanging out and stuff?
there
It's
has
not-
to be a certain boundary. You can't be
Right.
besties.
Right.
Then it's tough.
But like with my ex of 5 years, like I would say we're still friends.
Yeah.
And like we keep up with each other.
On good
And like
terms.
we're on good terms. We wish the
Yeah.
best for each other, and so I guess that kind of changed my perspective on if you can be friends with your ex or not. So.
Are you still attracted to them?
I mean, she's attractive, yeah. I
Okay,
would say.
then it's tricky, I feel like.
But it's not like I'm gonna go like do something to like kind of make a move or something. But that
Been there,
relationship,
done that.
yeah, like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
relationship ended for a reason.
Ooh, someone wrote this. Okay. Who pays for the bill on a first date?
I knew this question was gonna come at some point, and I think overall I'm totally fine paying for the first date. I think as a man, I feel like that's part of. Like that, not that there's a traditional stereotype, but that's just something that I personally like to do. Like I wanted to make sure whoever I'm with is taken care of.
Okay.
And like, make them spoiled, make them feel special. So like, I'm
Slay.
happy to pay the first date.
Nice.
But if you get into a relationship, then like, it's kind of like a give and take. Like if I
Right.
take care of certain things, you should take care of certain things.
100%.
And like, work together to make that part of the dynamic.
You're on a team, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't want at the end of the day, you don't want someone to start resenting you and like, if I'm paying every single time.
No, exactly. It's
yeah.
just like gonna feel weird.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do like to also pay for the bill.
Really?
My favorite dynamic,
Interesting.
I mentioned this earlier too, is when like the person will force themselves to pay, like we'll fight over who gets to
Like
pay.
Indian uncles.
Like Indian uncles,
Yeah.
yeah. That's my favorite dynamic. That's like how you show you love each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Either you force feed them or you force pay the bill.
Exactly. And then you can be really sneaky with it and
Yeah.
it just like gets more and more elaborate each
Right.
And my longest relationship was when I was in college. It was with a boy that I wore down my freshman year. I had a crush on him. I was in love for the first time. We weren't very physical. I started getting older and I was like, am I not hot? Like why isn't this like a physical thing? Or like, I started to feel undesirable and a little bit insecure. And I think if you're feeling that way in a relationship, you need to get out. But now he is happily living in New York with his boyfriend and we're friends. So yeah, it's good.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How are you?
You look familiar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
I don't
we
know
each
why.
other.
No, I don't think we know. You just look familiar. You have familiar energy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's
All
a
right.
compliment.
Before we sit down.
Yeah,
All right. What do you think?
very handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very beautiful too.
Oh, thank you.
I like the nose ring.
Thank you. It's,
Yeah.
it's fake.
It's fake? No way.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like nose piercings hurt. At least that's what my mom told me, and I didn't get when I was younger. So. Yeah.
But those are real?
These are real. Everything else is real.
These are fake.
Those are fake
They're
too.
fake. Yeah. Magnetic.
Crazy.
High
Okay.
school.
Would you get real ones?
No, they're real.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
No, in high school when I experimented first, I got the magnetic ones.
Okay.
That's when I knew I was like, all right, at some point I'll get earrings. When was the last time you cried?
Oh, a month ago.
For what reason?
It was for a guy I had a situationship with.
Classic.
And then I asked him like it was like a 2 months of anxiety, but I didn't know what it was. And I asked him what he wanted, and he was like, I haven't really thought about it, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So I kind of knew the answer.
Okay.
I think it's just when I talk to someone, I like genuinely only talk to one person at a time. So I had put a lot of investment into it, even though I didn't know what it was. So it was okay though. It wasn't like, he wasn't mean, but it's still like,
It hurts.
hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
There was someone in college that had originally asked me out, and I wasn't interested. He was like, he's again, very like high achiever, but I was very full of himself. For 7 years, every year on the dot, again, he would ask me out. So finally, I was like, let me just go on a date with this guy so he can shut up. He talked about himself the entire time. And he was like, oh, like you don't have enough money to move to New York City. Like, oh, I think you should be with me. Like I already picked out our wedding stuff and all this. And I was like, okay, that's wild. Persistence can sometimes be good, and sometimes you just gotta like learn to not.
There she is, the lady from London.
Yup.
Where's the accent?
It's gone. Forever.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How
Welcome,
are you?
welcome. Good. All right, before we sit, first impression, what do you think?
You're cute.
Cute? You're cute too.
Thank you.
Yes. I like your fit.
You
Did you get it from Zara?
I did not get it.
Where do you shop normally?
This is from Anthropology.
Okay. Was that an insult if I said like, did you get it from Zara? I'm not like
I don't
I'm
do
not,
fast fashion.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Would you like dress me up if we went on a first date and stuff?
I think you're like honestly perfectly dressed. Like I would dress you this way.
Okay. Then we're up to a good start.
But I would make your sweater match my dress. So it would have to be this color.
All right, I'll get your number and then we can go get some stuff later.
He already wants my number.
Is that too forward?
No. I like it.
Okay, so then if we're at a bar, what's like the normal scene? Do you have guys normally hit on you, or do you ever go if you see
Do I
someone
go
cute?
to a bar by myself? No.
Okay, but do you ever hit on people and like do you ask a guy if you're interested in them? You sit back and they come to you. I could tell. Yeah.
You can tell.
I could tell. Yeah, you give that energy. Like you're cute and you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know it too?
Yeah, I do. But it's interesting, right? Did you have a glow up phase? Were you ever ugly as a kid?
I think I thought I was, but I actually wasn't.
Yeah.
Because in high school, there were guys that I would be into, and I'm like, I know they're not into me. I grew up in like a predominantly white neighborhood.
Okay.
And then it was after, when I graduated high school, where I'm like, I'm just gonna tell all these guys that I think they're cute. Connecticut.
Yes.
And all those guys were like, yeah, I think you're cute too. And I was like, have I been cute this whole time? What?
But it's okay. It's interesting, right? Because as a kid, you wouldn't believe this, but I used to be really, really chubby. I wasn't
chubby?
I was like fat. Not even chubby. I was fat. Yeah.
Were you like that your entire life, like or did you all of a sudden get chubby at some point?
I was like chunky the whole time. Yeah. I would describe myself as like a burnt chicken nugget. You know, you ever see that meme like that? Even though I look like a burnt chicken, I love myself. So like
I haven't seen it, but you have to send it to me.
I'll send it to you. But
Once you get my number.
Yes, you know exactly. So like my diet from like 4th grade to 6th grade was 20-piece McNuggets from McDonald's.
No, it wasn't.
Every yes, it was. We're Brahmins, so we're not supposed to eat meat and all that kind of stuff. But
Do you still not eat meat?
no, I eat meat. I mean, mostly for the protein reasons, but
Wait, so you're saying you're supposed to be a vegetarian, but then
Correct.
you just said you grew up eating chicken McNuggets and you still eat meat, so you're not a vegetarian.
I'm not a vegetarian. No. Are you vegetarian?
No.
Okay. All right. Good.
I only eat meat. I don't eat
You're a
cheese.
carnivore. You only eat
No.
meat. Pause.
I eat everything,
Okay.
but I'm like protein heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
I like my chicken tenders.
Okay.
So if you like chicken nuggets.
I want you to rate for me the following South Asian comedians. Let's start with, we have Hassan Minhaj, we have Mindy Kaling, we have, what's his name? Akash Sharma? No.
Akash Singh.
Akash Singh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, who's the OG? I'm really blanking on his name right
Russell
now.
Peters.
Russell Peters, yes.
Yeah.
I want you to rate, because I don't know any other.
Rank them, rate them.
Rank and rate them.
Ooh. I feel like they all have different strengths, you
Yeah.
know, so it's hard to rank and rate. I actually just watched Veer Das last night.
Oh, yeah,
He
Veer
was
Das as
in
well.
New York. Easily one of my new favorites, I
Okay.
think, in terms of South Asian. But of the ones you named, Mindy Kaling, I give her like a 9 out of 10 for how she's trailblazed for South
She's super
Asian.
controversial, that's why.
She is, yeah.
Like
and
it's 50-50.
I
People either
think,
love her or hate her.
yeah, I love her for how much progress she's made for us,
Yeah.
but I think there's so much left to do.
I think first impressions, I thought she was very pretty. She had this very kind of mysterious energy, I think, when she walked in. I like that we got to talk more about her comedy, her inspirations, what she looks for, how she kind of creates her subject matter and stuff. But it felt a little serious. Have you ever been rejected?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do you approach, like, if you like someone, you're at the bar, you see someone attractive, are you gonna go and make the first move?
If I'm in a foreign country, definitely.
Well, why not here?
In my hometown, it's, it's
No?
a little tricky. There's a lot of people you know. I do. If I like someone, I'll go tell them.
So like, wait, so you're from the Bay, or, no?
Grew up in Houston.
Houston.
But
Houston
I
to
live
here.
between the Bay, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do half and half?
Half and half.
But Bay is like all tech bros. You're attracted
Exactly.
to those guys?
That's what I'm saying. I don't shoot my shot in SF because
Yeah.
there's never really,
Yeah. But New York, you have more of the fuckboys.
Yeah, New York more of the fuckboys, but also like the drippy,
Okay.
the more interesting guys. They're doing more interesting stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
No hate on SF. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll shoot my shot. I think I'm generally like pretty confident.
Yeah.
If you get rejected a few times, yeah, it brings your morale down a little bit, but at the same time, like, whatever. They're not
Yeah.
going to remember me ever again, right?
Exactly.
So, what do I care?
And
So-
when it works out, doesn't it feel so good?
Yeah,
good
exactly. It's a
story.
numbers game,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's sales. You got to knock on 100 doors, and then you get one sale. You're good.
It's that pharmacist marketing you were talking
I
about.
do marketing, yes. But honestly, I want to do maybe something in sales at some point. But
Okay.
I thought, it was really cool. I liked her energy, very chill, very laid back. Didn't feel like super serious, but maybe it was the help of the conversation cards. I have to delineate that a little bit, but it felt like it matched, like the energy matched without the curtain and with the curtain. So like, yeah, it kind of translated through.
Shifting gears.
Okay, that's fine.
How many kids do you want?
I know, I want 4 kids.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the science behind that?
Not really a science, more just like I feel like 3 or 4 is a good number. At least 3. 4
Okay.
would be fantastic. But obviously it's very financially expensive. But at the same time, like I have this vision for my life. I want to have 4 kids. I want to live with my wife. I want to live on the beach. I play beach volleyball, so like I want to teach my kids that sport and like live together, play together, and like if me and my wife play together, then show them like that path, and then like have it be a family thing. And then if it's total of 6, that's like a team right there for indoor. So like you play indoor together, then you play beach together, and do
Yeah,
everything
have like
together.
a family team.
Exactly.
A little beach family, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
I'm a total beach bum. So
Okay,
yeah.
same. Give me a compliment in your mother tongue.
Ni vibe chala bondi.
Did you say vibe?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't translate vibe.
Oh,
into
that's
colors,
fair,
like-
that's fair.
So I said like I like your vibe a lot. Ni
Oh,
Ni
okay.
vibe chala bondi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chalabam.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I could say it in Malayalam. Yeah, I honestly I can't say it in Malayalam, but I'll just say like you're really cute.
Thank
Say
you.
that in English.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. I just like instantly when she came in the room, I felt like there was a familiarity with her that I didn't necessarily have with everyone else. Like I could see myself dating her outside of this and getting to know her better.
What is your relationship with your parents like?
Overall, if I had to give it like a numerical score, 1 through 10, I'd say it's probably like a 7 out of 10. Could use some room for improvement.
Okay.
But overall, it's pretty good. My parents, I would say, are pretty forward-thinking, pretty liberal. They're very accepting of what I do. Obviously, with their Desi parents, like they have like their own biases and like how they grew up and things like that. Because every time I go home, there's 3 questions I get: Why are you so dark? Why are you so skinny? And when are you getting married?
Oh my God, stop.
Those are the 3 questions. And not my parents. Every Desi parents: Why are you so dark? Why are you so skinny? When are you getting married? Is that true or not?
I don't get the why are you so dark.
Okay.
I did get the why are you so skinny the last
Skinny.
time I saw them
Yeah.
a week ago. My mom was
And
like,
when are you getting married?
you lost weight.
Yeah.
Like, are you eating enough? And I'm like, no, I don't get the when are you getting married because
Oh,
my
really?
parents are the opposite and they're like, take your time. You have so many years.
Okay.
Do your thing. And I'm
Were
like,
your parents born here or
I want to
like?
get married and have now. And they're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. So they grew up in Calcutta.
Okay.
But my mom was born in North India. I think it was Assam, and I think my dad was born in Calcutta. I know
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So what's your you're half Assamese and half
I'm Bengali.
Bengali, okay.
But yeah, I'm half North Indian, half South Indian.
Ah, interesting. Can you speak Bengali?
No.
Can you speak any other languages?
I kind of know Hindi.
Okay.
I can understand a little bit,
Okay.
but mujhko pani chahiye.
They're gonna roast you when they hear that.
Stop!
You're gonna get
Don't put
roasted.
that in there.
They're gonna put it up there. You're gonna get roasted.
Everybody's gonna.
It's okay. Yeah, I thought she was really beautiful, really pretty, and I think she caught my eye as soon as she walked through the door. Easy conversation. I like that we were able to laugh and kind of bounce off each other's energies. You guys were taking the time to come out today. I know this kind of thing. I don't know if anyone's done this before. I haven't, so it takes a lot. My brain is like scrambled egg right now.
I bet.
So it was a lot to process, and it was just really nice getting to know all of you guys. I think you guys are all really cool people, which makes it all hard also because I have to eliminate 3 of you guys. I already eliminated 1 person. I have to pick 1 person to get to know better. I think the person that I would like to spend more time with at some point would be Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Experience was really fun. I got to meet all the other girls, which was amazing. Rohan's a really cool guy. He could look like a fuckboy, but I don't think he is.
He seems like mature and confident and like knows what he wants. I wouldn't say there's anything necessarily bad, besides maybe the fact that he's from Rutgers. He seems like a nice guy.
I think overall, just not enough time to know someone super well, but from what I saw, he seemed like a cool person.
I call upon the highest positive forces to help me with this reading. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
3, 2, 1.
Hi. Oh, wow. You're
Nice to
really
meet you.
They see me dating, they hating.